Okay, so on the bench today is a surprise to me, which is actually very interesting. It's good timing. Did not see this coming at all. So it looks like I get to have my chance now to see exactly the work that this character does, Mr. Panic Attack. I will not disclose who sent this to me, but I will tell you, we're going to open the box right now as it just came in. So yeah, ship to me, DS Radio Shop. Ship to me, expected delivery day 7/28/23, which is what today is right now. So I'm going to open this box, and we're going to see what the deal is with his work. Customer was complaining about this radio not functioning correctly, and Mr. Panic Attack actually did the work on this. So, unlike him, who likes to get inside and turn coils and this, that, and the other, and then turn around and say, I did it, we don't play those games, okay? So we are going to take and pull this right out of the box. Take a looky. And what do we have here, guys? We have a Panic Attack radio. Okay. Well, like I said, you're watching it right from the get-go. So, let's take a looky inside and let's see what his magnificent work is all about. This is not a bashing situation. Oh wow, nice hole in the side too. Jeez, don't know if that's from him or not, but this is not a bashing video. This is just to point out some facts and some truth to the point of Mr. Panic Attack doesn't like to take advice from people when we tried to help him. In turn, deleted those posts, but kept the post up by me to make it look like I attacked him, which I never did. I was only trying to help him out with 2 other people, and apparently we all got bashed for that, and now it became one big pissing match between him and I with several posts. So let's take a look in here and see what this is going on. What is this, by the way, anyhow? This is a Mirage 86 HP2. Okay. Let's take a look and see what is happening inside here. Take a look all the way around and see what's going on. Okay. I don't see no limiters pulled yet. Pretty battery is so much worth, except there's a messy gob down here, which there was an audio problem, the guy said. All gummed up. Look at all that heat sink compound grease. Jeepers creepers. Don't need all that shit in there. Okay. Well, let's turn it on and see what it's doing, what it's not doing. The customer said it had weak power. It wasn't working correctly. Let's see exactly what this Panic Attack is all about. Okay. That to the tone generator. Let's make sure all the dials are correct. Clarifier center, top back off, echo off, D-band squelch, volume, RF gain, mic gain all the way up. AM, radio, low power. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, there's a problem. The receiver's way too wide open. I'm on the dummy load. There's the antenna. That's the dummy load. So he's got the receiver way too far open. I'm not surprised. Let's take a look and see what we got for carrier. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at this. Nice squeal. I haven't even put the tone into it yet. All I did was turn the damn carrier on. Wow. Look at that. Yep. Okay. So it looks like Panic Attack's got himself a doozy here. Which I'm not surprised, because you know what? It's the same work that you tried saying I did, but you did, because by you turned the coils and stuff. All the tuning pods. Let's turn the mic gain back some. Wow. Okay, we gotta take a look at this, guys. The mic gain right there. The mic gain is, that's up. You can hear it. That's all the way down. The mic gain is all the way down, and the echo is off. And look at the tone. And I haven't even put my tone on yet. All I did was turn the switch on for transmit. This is tone. So, and if we need to verify that, which I'm sure he's probably going to complain, so let's verify this right now. Just so there's no he said, she said, because you know you're going to get that anyway. So, here we go. Let's take and disconnect the radio. Let's put another radio on. Okay. Just the one switch is on. Transmit, audio. Transmit, transmit, transmit. Got it? Good. Now, I turn my audio switch on. Audio to audio. Just another football radio I got to work on for another customer. There's the difference, guys. Let's slow this down. Yeah, that radio's got to be tuned and aligned. So this is another customer's radio I got to do next. But now you can see the difference. Here's your tone. Okay. Turn the tone off. Leave the transmit on. There's your transmit. Okay. Turn transmit off. Okay. That's all it is. Just a universal box. Instead of me holding a microphone, we use this to switch the transmit on and off through the tone generator. That's it. So now we know, obviously, it's not my tone generator. We know that for a fact. So now, we'll go back through. Let's reconnect. Same setup. Nothing's changed. Okay. Transmit. I haven't touched the audio yet. The audio is not turned on. I just demonstrated that. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is Panic Attack's work right here. So, yeah, you want to get called out, buddy. Guess what? It's amazing that I got one of your radios the very next day when you started bashing TIEM. That's ironic. This guy gave me a radio that you happen to work on. That's funny. Really funny. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. Let's turn that off. And let's see what we can do here. I want to see what the carrier looks like. That's funny. Funny. Let's see what we got going on here. See what our frequency is here. Well, yeah, see, I can't even, I'm going to have to fix the radio first. I can't even take and get an accurate reading because that tone, it's a modulated signal. Well, I guess we'll work on that in a moment. Let's go to our spectrum analyzer first. Wow. 10 kilohertz span. We can go down a little bit less. Let's go 5 kilohertz. Alright. Let's go 30. Yeah, look at that. This is what you call a splatter box. This is what you get from the Panic Attack shop. So thank you so much there, Mr. Panic Attack with no name, that wants to take and bash my shop and others. Thank you so much for that, because, you know, I got lucky. Very lucky when the guy called me and said, hey, you know, I watched the video. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to get him involved. He's a very nice guy. I'm not going to do that to him. That's not what I do. But look at that. That's you, buddy. That is you all day long. Panic Attack. That's your emblem, buddy. This is your work. Let's see how you're going to crawl yourself out of this wet paper bag now. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's take a looky and see what we got going on in here. Let's take and take the tone generator off. And let's check and see what we got for modulation with the microphone. Let's see what we got going on here. So we got some kind of interference feedback in the radio, some kind of a harmonic or something going on in here. Something, because here's the microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me turn this down so you guys can understand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Look at those boxes. Wow. Flat top city. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that looks really good, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, I think we've said enough. So, okay, guys, we've shown. It just came in the mail today. Talking about having luck. I should go down and play the lotto. I did not expect this. I did not see this coming. I knew customer sent me a radio. I had no idea until he called me and said, by the way, it's out for delivery today, and here's the history onto it. I did not know that. But I thank you. And again, out of respect, we're not going to mention the guy's name who shipped me the radio, but that is really funny. And beyond the, I'm up to 23 emails since yesterday morning. And oh my goodness gracious. I don't need any more work, guys. I'm not going to turn it down, but I don't need any more work. I can't keep up with what I've got going on. But since then, I've had 23 emails over this guy. And out of those 23 emails, I've got 8 radios coming this week, several of which have already sent me tracking numbers of those. One of which just came in today, which, lo and behold, had no idea there's going to be a video of the whole bashing bullshit going on. So quite interesting anyways. It's like this, guys. We have plenty of room in the world. Lots of room for many technicians of all kinds to come in and learn. I am not against that at all. But damn, when you go to help somebody, take the help, okay? I ask different technicians all the time for help. I'm not afraid, because that's what makes you a better technician, okay? I've been doing this for 37 plus years. And I still ask people I refer myself to and say, hey, you know, I need some help, man. I got a problem with this radio I'm stuck on. I can't figure it out. And I'm not afraid to ask. You know, the ones who don't ask, you're not going to survive. And if you're going to take and harass somebody and attack them and then turn around and say they attacked you first and you can't stand up to your own, well, there's a problem with that too, buddy, because you know what? I never attacked you. I offered to help you by showing you a modulated waveform. And you deleted all of your posts, but you kept my comments up there to make it look like I'm the one who did all the wrong. You know, you should really put those comments back, but see, you deleted everything, and then you lied and said, I blocked you. I never did. You blocked me. But you unblocked me because you wanted me to see the video that you posted of that Ranger 69 FFB4. You got inside, played with the controls, put the cover right back on, and then you opened it up, played like, oh, I don't know. And it took you 4 or 5 videos to go through all of that. Interesting. And the glue inside, I do not glue radios, guys. No. Never have, never will. That is not what you do. It's not what I do. And I won't. I refuse to. That was factory glue right from Ranger. Call them up yourselves, you'll ask. Go buy a brand new radio and you'll find out. They do put glue on connectors at times, which I am totally against. And when I do see those, I'm very not happy. But I don't glue nothing. Anyways, I'm going to fix this radio. And we're going to see what the hell's going on, because clearly it is not functioning correctly at all. Now let's take a look here for a moment. I'm going to turn the mic gain off. And I want to see... Okay, so this is low power. Let's take a look and see what's happening here with this. That's low power. 12 watts. Low power. Okay? Not good at all. So high power. Now I see why the modulation was clipping. It wasn't working correctly. The guy said he had complaints about this. He couldn't use it right because it wasn't working right. Now I understand why. Makes a lot of sense. So now, high power, 12 watts. Look at that. Wow. That's like amazing, guys. Let me go back here. Oh, that was medium power. I'm sorry. So you got low to medium. Here's your high power. Okay, 15.5 watts, just a tad over. Just we'll call it 15. 15 watts, right? So 15 watts on high. Low power, 12. Wow. And you talk about carrier suppressing and high cut, all that bullshit. Okay, yep. Well, let's see here, guys. Here's what you need to do. You've seen how the audio looked, right, and everything else? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to realign this radio right now. Let's see here. Well, that is very interesting. What did you do in here, Panic Attack? Wow, very interesting. Because the controls on the board are disabled. Let's see if I can get this to tilt down. Here we go. Your potentiometers are disabled. I cannot adjust high or low power at all. Here's your low. Cannot adjust that at all. Wow, you got something screwed up in here. Okay. Go back to this again. Wow. So now we got to go in here and find out what he did and why those are disabled. So he did not do a good job at all. He's got these disabled. I don't know why he's got these disabled. And that's getting really hot, which it would. I expect it to be the way the carrier's set. Wow. What did he do in here? Let me see if he's changed anything out. He did. Right there. That's your high power pot. He pulled it out. What did he do with it? Oh my God. We're talking about cob job up in here. What the hell, man? Why would you do something so stupid like this? Why would you do that? Oh my God. And this, well, jeez. Come on, focus. anyways, that is not a good solder joint at all. Got this one up. This is where your high power pot was, guys. He pulled the high power pot out to run that as a variable up front. Now I got to figure out what control he did it up front with. Why would you do that? Oh my God. So here's the thing, guys. These are the mods you don't want done. These are the people you don't want inside your radios. Because you have low, medium, and high. PWR stands for power. Maybe he needs the O and the E to spell out power. I don't know. But this is power. You can adjust your carrier here. Why would you go and do that? Oh my goodness gracious. So now we got to figure out where the hell did he go with this? Ah, right down in there. Okay. That's what he did. Right down in here. The green orange wires. Right down below. Way down in that corner. He wired it up here to the probably the RF gain control, which is now you're disabling the feature. You don't do those things. Why would you disable the feature? Oh my goodness gracious. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I don't know what the deal is with this guy. Well, so let's validate that and see what we got going on here with this. So now that's exactly what it is. Wow, stupid. Okay, guys, so once again, you know, here's his wonderful work. Cop job garbage. You don't do these to radios. So that's what he's doing, is the RF gain control. That's your receive frequency gain. Okay, he uses this for his variable power. You have a low, medium, and a high right here. But when you've already got that set from 12 to 15 watt, it should be 2 watt low, no more than 10 watt high. Clearly, he does not understand this. Okay, so yeah, you don't need to do this. Therefore, is now he's disabled this feature, which now devalues the radio. Okay. If someone were to sell this radio, the owner of this radio wanted to sell this thing, if someone wanted to use this, they're not going to know unless he remembers to tell them what that feature was for, which now devalues the radio. Because you need your functions, guys. That's why they made the radio. Engineers, which he is not, engineers designed this for a reason with all of these controls. There's a reason why. This is unacceptable to have done. This is not good at all. So let's watch when I go to adjust that. Okay, key it up, and I go to adjust this right down to where you've got nothing. It's not even registering up to your high carrier. So now we go here to the meter. My camera is not the stablest here because I'm trying to get new cameras hooked up so you guys can actually watch right along for live troubleshooting, real troubleshooting. When I get my camera set up right now, we got human only has 2 hands. So here we go. There's your 16, 17 watt on the high. That's where the variable power is, which is why the other potentiometers are disabled. Goodness gracious. So without that in circuit, it's not going to function the way it should. So now you have to I'd have to leave this variable control alone, and which now therefore gives me no control over the low, medium, and high power switch at all. So for that reason, this radio is going to be stuck at 12 and a 16, 15, 16 watt, 17 watt carrier, whether you go low or high. And if you adjust your variable, it goes right down to nothing. So you got to rely on the variable. So the high-low switch means nothing at this point in time besides a couple of watts different. And then your variable power is now in the RF gain control, which is pointless because if you set this up correctly in the radio, You shouldn't have that problem. That's what your high-low switch is for. This case, high, medium, and low. But yeah, this is the cob job stuff. So yeah, so thank you again for the opportunity of working on Mr. Panic Attack's radio. Let's see how he's going to take and talk himself out of this one here. You guys watch it right from the get-go. Got the box here, open it up. All I did was cross the information out on the label to cover the identity of the person who had sent the radio, because he wants nothing to do with the mess. So, and I don't blame him. But anyways, you know, like he said to me on the phone, we have plenty of room for everybody to become a tech, and I agree, absolutely, 100%. Yes, we do. We need to find people who are willing to actually communicate and not go off the deep end, and then have to be where one shop's got to defend himself and go off the deep end as well. So yeah, I guess we're both wrong at that, for me bashing right back at you. But you know what? I'm going to defend myself at the same token, because I've earned that spot here, buddy. 37 plus years. I can show my credentials. I've got videos that date way back. We don't see nothing on you besides something recent. You have less than 6 to 8 months of exposure of yourself, and no one's ever heard of you. Interesting, very interesting. And the story behind that was, also I got was, you know, here you are between Savannah, Georgia, and Illinois. So yeah, I found that out this morning. About 6 o'clock this morning, I found out through some emails I had received as well. So that's interesting. Yeah, funny how you haven't given a name out to these people though, but you got an address. Really funny about that too. And I believe the address the one guy said was a P.O. box. It wasn't even a physical address. It was a P.O. box is where the address was. So anyhow, that's where we are, guys. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to put this back to where it belongs in the factory, so the owner of the radio will be happy to get it functioning. There's no way in hell this radio will survive for that reason. And since he got it back from this dude, there's been nothing but problems, because you can't drive an amplifier with it, obviously, because your carrier is set too much. You have to adjust your variable down with the RF gain in order to do that. But then you got yourself one hell of a pitch. Let me check this out too. I want to see something, because now that I see he's got a variable power, I want to see if that changes. Because it's probably due to what he's got hooked up, I'm guessing. But let's see and put this together. Let's see what we got going on. I'm going to turn the mic gain back open again. Turn the variable power all the way up. Leave it on high power. There's your squeal. All I did was turn down my time delay here. So now, let's turn this back. Okay, so of course with no carrier. I'm going to just slightly open it. So watch. You see, guys? You see that? Watch. See this? It's all the way down for the variable power. I'm going to just slightly crack it open. That's it. Just a little bit. Look at this. Look at that. Okay? This is the work of Panic Attack. Okay? So if you look at this, he put the variable control right here. Watch this. That's off. I will get my flashlight. If you look, see the orange lines on the knobs, guys? Look at that. So here it is off. Okay? Just to the first line right there, and you can see the needle. Off. Boom. And it's already got a squeal. Okay? Now, let's adjust this for a moment. I want to see if I flip the low power. Let's see how much. Okay, so we got to go up just a little bit more on the variable power now, and you still get that squeal. Go to medium, then we go to high. Oh yeah, this is the work of an engineer, guys. And if you turn the variable power all the way up, there you go. Look at that. I don't understand this guy's issue at all. I don't get it. Why he feels the need to call himself an engineer when you can clearly see what's happening here. That's high power with the variable power just barely cracked open. Medium power, low power. Okay? I'm not even modulating a tone. I haven't even put the tone in, guys. The tone switch is off, and the mic gain control is off. Right now, that's no mic gain. No mic gain control right there. See, I just turned it off. I thought I had it off. Okay, so mic gain is off. Look at that. Mic gain control is off, and I still have a feed going through, and my tone's off. I'm only transmitting. I'm not sending an audio signal through, and I still have that. So now, again, let's turn the variable power all the way off, mic gain all the way off, low power, and I still get it. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting. So, yeah. We have some work to do here to figure out, well, one of which we got to put that back where it belongs. Take this garbage out of here, and then we can realign the radio. We got to find out why the other pots are disabled. Don't ever disable pots, anybody. Don't ever do that, because you're only going to create problems such as this. So that's what it comes down to. Okay? So here we are, guys. DX Radio Shop, upstate New York, 315-573-9205, and I will be back with part 2 of this video when I can go through and figure out the rest of whatever he's got going on inside. As of right now, we do know very clear that the RF gain control is disabled, and the variable power is right there to this control. So we do know that with both variable power all the way down and with the mic gain all the way down, we still have a squeal going through, even on low power, medium, or high. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have to now therefore go through and fix this mess to see what's happening, and that's with the echo turned off. I haven't even checked sideband yet, so you know what? Let's check our sideband. I haven't even done that, so let's check our sideband and see what's happening. So there's your switch on. We haven't even put the audio, just carrier. Okay, let's go to sideband. Okay, let me turn the mic gain up. We're on low. Let's turn the variable power up. Okay, so there's no... Oh, we got a little bit. Yeah, we do. We got a little bit of signal right there. Let me turn the power down. That's with the power all the way off. Turn the mic gain all the way off. And we're still getting a signal. Very small signal the spectrum analyzer is picking up with this. Now I'm going to put that's on low power. I'm going to put it on high. Mic gain turned off. Variable power turned off. And there you have it. Okay? So now we see a problem with that. So it's affecting both AM and sideband, which is kind of what it would do, just not as bad on sideband. Let's take a closer look here and see. Back to sideband. Here's your upper sideband. And if I go low power, it drops. Now mind you, this is with the variable power off, guys, okay? So, okay, let's do this so people can see this better. Okay, here we go. Mic gain, so we can all agree. See the mic gain? See your little notch? See the notches? Okay, all the way up, all the way up. Okay, upper sideband, low power. Okay, we have a signal. Okay, now we're gonna go to our. Just gonna flip the switch. Medium. I get more of a signal. Here's low. Medium. And then your high side. Okay, and you can clearly see the carrier here Okay? See? No carrier. Look at the carrier. That's medium and high. Okay? So now, let's try to send a tone through. Look how hideous that is. Look at this. Okay? Medium. Here's your low. So you're only doing 8 watts out on sideband on low and about 44 watts out on high, almost 45 on high. Now if I turn the variable power all the way down, let's turn the mic gain off for a second here. Okay, we still have a signal. Still getting a signal. Okay. Everything's down. It's all down. See? There's your up. Okay. See the orange lines? Up on top? We're going to turn those off. Completely off. Okay? Now it's completely off. We still have a signal. Okay, it's still showing carrier. Now, we're going to go and see, that's low power with the variable off, mic gain off. Let's go to medium. We go to high. You can see a little bit of carrier registering there. And you can clearly see it right here. So, okay, watch. Nothing. There's your low, your medium, and your high on sideband. Sideband. Look at that, guys. Not supposed to have no carrier on sideband, Mr. Engineer. So yeah, you want to have fun? Okay. Well, it sucks when karma comes back around, doesn't it? So, okay guys, we're going to take and go through. And I noticed something else too. So when I send my tone in, here's with my tone, okay? If I turn the tone off, it goes haywire. And that's on sideband with everything. That's with low power. We run high power, low power. So if I put a tone through it, got nothing until I go to high power. And let's see what's going on here with this. It's the AM mode, sideband mode. Look at that. These are off, guys. It's off. There's your mic gain. See the mic gain? I'm turning it up. Mic gain, center. See? It's off. Variable power. See the line? It's off to the lowest setting. Okay? I think we said enough here, guys. I think we've shown enough. So, Panic Attack, thank you for this opportunity to see how your work is. And yeah, as we figured, you need to go back to the drawing board, buddy. If you want to learn, learn. A lot of people will be willing to teach you. I was willing to teach you. And don't lie, buddy. I know you've lied an awful lot, and that's okay. You know, you got caught in your life several times, which is why you were kicked out of several groups too. But here's how it goes. You did say you were an engineer. You did say you created the NBC chip. You did say that you not only did you create it, but you also was the dealer of any Tony Striker, and you got them to put the NPC chip in. So yeah. Also, what I don't understand is you also said that how I bashed you, and you said that I put words in your mouth. No, I did not. But I am showing everybody right now, this is your work. You disabled this. You should have never disabled. That's your high power pot. Okay? Don't ever disable that, guys. You should never do so. And this cap right here is a little swollen, which I'm not surprised. You know what? I want to see something. Let me check something out here real quick. I want to see something. I want to see I want to see what your gate voltage is. Let's see what that is. Now you get the microphone hooked back up. Turn your variable power back up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Shit, wrong setting. Here we go. Can't see the reflection of my damn light over here. Okay. Wow. High voltage. 3.9. 4.18. That's on the high side. And you here. 4.19. So your gate voltages are a little on the high side here, buddy. You got your high power pot disabled. You ran that up and disabled your RF gain control and use that as your variable power, which now you devalue the radio and you disabled not only the high power setting, which controls everything else to get the low power to kick in gear, but you also disabled your RF gain control. I don't know why you would do that. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I do know why, because it's not very intelligent to do something like this. If that's not what you do. Let me check this one cap. He looks a little... Okay, he's okay. Let's take a look and see if we've got any capacitors stressed out over this, because the radio is getting very warm on the right side. It's hot on one side here. So it seems to be okay here. Let's check out the regulator stage, audio stage. Everything seems to be okay right there, so surprised you didn't take them. You got one cap a little swollen over here, but that's probably going to be replaced anyways to put brand new, just to make sure she's good to go. So anyways, yeah, very interesting to see. You've got your gate voltages should not be over 4 volts, and they clearly are. So this is your bias to your driver. 4.19. This is your 4.18 to the final. Yeah, so your driver and your second final stage here are high. The first final is not as bad. Should be right around 3.8 to 3.9. You should never go over 4 volts. Some places they say put it right at 4. You should not do that. So the gate voltages have to be adjusted back down where they belong. So we have to take that now and adjust this to where it belongs. I like putting mine right around 3.9 because they're comfortable that way. They run cleaner. That's where they should be. Okay, and for the ones who don't understand, because many people have asked him this, along with me too. So for the ones who want to learn, they don't have, their ego. You pull your RF shield out. test point 789. Okay, the little resistors in the back end. Okay, your driver, your first final, your second final. Okay, and then you adjust your bias. I mean your your bias to your gate voltages right to there. Okay, so that's exactly what we're doing. And we're trying to get our voltage to show good standing. So now my chair here. Go back to transmit. That one I could have left alone, but you know, I'm very meticulous about my work. I take my work with great respect. Unlike some people don't seem to give a shit. Well, when you bash a shop, you better find a shop that doesn't care, because you know what? I care about my work. I stand by my work. That's why I've been here over 37 years. That's why I'll still be here. There. Good. Now, let's see if we made any improvement, besides we still have to fix the mistakes in here that he's put to the radio. But let's at least take a look and see if that cleaned anything up at all. Okay, let's go back to AM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it helped a little bit, but not by much. It's still, she's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still got flat topping. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, she's pretty bad. So let's put our tone into it here. That's without my audio on. Here's with the audio on. Okay, as you can see, it matched up with the voice too. Okay, so this is audio on, audio off, because he's got a feedback into there. Now what I want to do also, I want to check something, because I want to see, I'm going to assume the RF gain is disabled for that variable pot for high power control. I want to see something though, because if that, well, seems how he did it this way, it better be the case. I'll tell you that right now. That's for the receiver. Okay. Yeah, so he disabled the RF gain control. Okay, I want to make sure you didn't leave that intact. They just added on the variable power, which would be asinine, because then you lost receive anyway. So, but okay, no, I want to make sure. So yeah, he disabled the RF gain control. So right there's your variable power now. There's RF gain control. So he disabled that to put variable power here, which therefore now he also disabled the pots in the back to control the low power setting of where he should be. So these radios, all of these radios, guys, any radios you guys come across, they should always be set 2 watt low, 10 watt high. Okay, I don't understand why people feel the need to put them at 15 watt high, or I mean low, sorry, and 20, 30 watts on the high side. That is not what you do. So when he talks about, you know, a high cut carrier and messing up the output modulated signal and this, that, and the other, that is not the case at all. Okay, what messes everything all up is when you do work like this and you disable pots, or you crank your pots up inside, or you screw around and you start increasing the gate voltage to the your driver final stages. Okay, so that's what creates a lot of the problems. These should always be 2 watt low, 10 watt high. I don't care if it's this radio, a Ranger radio, it could be a Galaxy radio, it could be, Connex Striker. I don't care what it is. Always 2 watt low, 10 watt high, no exceptions. Your radio will run much cleaner. And if you want to set it up for an amplifier, okay, you can do that too. Just control the PEP is what you got going on. So yeah, this is very interesting. So very appreciative for the opportunity and the honor to be able to have a radio from Panic Attack. And some kind of a weird, I don't know who made that for him, but whatever. Anyway, this is his radio, or not his radio he owns, this is a customer's radio, sent here to get fixed because this guy, Panic Attack, don't know what he's doing. So this video was not to be about bashing, even though I'm sure it sounds like it is, and probably part is too, yes, so I will stand by that as well. So yeah, but at the same token, I'm pointing out things and teaching a life lesson to Mr. Panic Attack, because if he wants to become a tech, do it the right way, okay? You got to keep your mouth shut, ask questions the right way. Don't sit there and try to bash people, because I was trying to help you out and this turned into one big fiasco and not working out good for you. So if you want help, people are around to help, buddy. But you got to take that. When people put a picture of a waveform and show you what's going on with it, don't be an ass about it, and don't delete your comments that led up to the fact of me having to correct you and fire back in my defense. So there we have it, guys. Mirage 86. I have to go through and fix due to very poor work done on this radio. And let's say you just kind of review the radio. I mean the video. Review back through my video, guys, about this radio, and you'll see. And here, it's gonna be redundant for me to go over it again, but pretty much it is what it is. So there you have it, guys. We'll get this thing fixed, and we will move forward. And I don't even know if the clarifier has been modified. I did not check that, so I can't really check anything at the moment because there's a tone going through. So I have to fix his mistakes first, then get the radio to key up without having a tone go through to see what frequency we're on, and then we can check and see the modification in the schematic there, if it's been modified or not. I do not know. I don't have the information in front of me at the moment. I'm gonna guess it's modified, but because I know he likes to modify every clarifier that hits his bench, but I don't know. What the hell is that? He cut. Yep, so the clarifier is modified, because this is your clarifier circuit right here, and he lifted. You can see the solder joints. Okay. So, yeah, those two solder joints, and then he cut here, and he bridged some soldering. He damaged the traces, and then he tried to, what he did was scrape that down and put solder to bridge it back. But then he had to redo this one to get the clarifier modified. That's what he did. Wow. Again, don't modify clarifiers, guys. I don't care what people tell you, don't do it. Right here, I'm just spotting things as I go through now. Yep. So, very good. This is part of your RF gain control. He's got more back in here. So now we're starting to point out the obvious that I wasn't looking at to begin with, because I'm looking at everything else to see what the hell's going on to this radio. And now I see See a lot of craziness. If you guys are wondering what that squeaky noise is, it's just my spring in my lamp. Brand new lamp. You gotta break it in a little bit. Yeah. Interesting. And I'm gonna have to reflow the soldering because there's a lot of bad factory soldering here as well. One in particular right there, you can see a little blowhole through. So, and here's a little education for everybody in general. So the most common areas in failure: external speaker jack. You always want to make sure you solder that down. Double check your press board here. They stick that in. These are not the best way to go. That's how they did that. I always reinforce my soldering here. I reinforce my soldering at the AGC noise blanker, also squelch op amp. That's all tied into this chip. Balance modulator circuit, PLL circuit. You can see some dull soldering here from the factory. And then of course we go down here and kind of reflow around. So, alright guys, we'll be back with video part 2 when we get it all fixed. Got a mess on our hands here. Thank you for that, Mr. Panic Attack. DX Radio Shop, upstate New York. Video number 1.